Hi everyone, welcome back to JDCodebase. Today we are talking about variables, the building block of every JavaScript program. Think of a variable as little container that hold values for you to use later. So why learn variables? Without variables, you would have to type the same value over and over again. That's messy and hard to change. With variables, you can store and reuse data, make your code flexible and readable, and avoid repeating yourself. And they are essential for loops, function, and user inputs. So, what is a variable? A variable is a name that points to a value. It can store number, string, boolean, object, and many more. So let's move to the VS Code and check the how to write a variable. So let username is equal to John. Let age is equal to 25. If you console the value of username and age and run this node 04, you will find that the values John and 25, the as expected the values come. So here username store a string and age store a number. So now declaring variable, JavaScript gives us three ways: var, let, and const. Var is an old way, a function scope avoided in modern code. Let is a block scope and can be updated. Const is also a block scope and cannot be reassigned the value. So let's move to see the example of var, let, and const. In the var, if I write var city is equal to Delhi and console.log city. If I run this, I will get Delhi, no issue. Let me comment this. If I again redeclare the value, let var city is equal to Mumbai, and again write this console.log city. Let's run this. This gives the Delhi as first and Mumbai as second value. Now here with var redeclaration is allowed, but that can cause bugs also in the a bigger one project. So let's see the let example. Let score is equal to 100. If I write the console.log score, this give 100. Okay, no issue. If I try to reassign the value, update the value of this score, console.log score, this gives okay, no issue, 100, 150. But if I try to redeclare the value of score, let score is equal to 200. Now try to console this. See this, an error occurs and it's a syntax error. Identifier score has already been declared because score is already declared here, and VS Code also gives cannot redeclare block scope variable score. Let is perfect for value that will change like counters or user input, and we cannot redeclare the value of let. So let's move to the const example. Const pi is equal to 3.14. Let's console this pi value. No issue, 3.14. Console. Let if I try to change the value of pi is equal to 3.1415 and try to console this. See, this gives an type error, assignment to a constant variable at object. So in the const is for values that should never change. We cannot reassign the value even in the constant variable. So these are the example of a var, let, and const. And in var we can redeclare the value, but in let we cannot redeclare the value also, and in const we cannot reassign the value. So these are the naming rules, variable naming rules. Let me show you the example. So let username is equal to Alice. It start with the letter, no issue. let underscore score is equal to 50. It start with the underscore, it allows. Let dollar price is equal to 99. It start with the dollar sign, no issue here. But if I try to start with the number value, it gives an error because in the names are case sensitive and cannot have spaces, cannot be reserved keyword like if for function, and cannot start with the number 1. We can write it with start with the letter, underscore and dollar sign. So best practices for this is use const by default, use let only if the value changes, avoid where keyword, avoid where, and use meaningful names like total, use average user age, total price instead of xyz, and stick to a camel case for multi-word names. So if you find this helpful, like, share and subscribe to JDCodebase for more short practical coding tutorials. See you in the next one.